we're looking at Pythagoras Theorem. First we must identify the two short sides and the long side. So the long side is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always opposite the 90 degree. So the two short sides squared will be equal to the hypotenuse squared. Alright, substitute our sides and square them. Alright, 2x times 2x will give us 4x squared. X times x will give us x squared. 25, the square root of 25 is 5. Alright, so now we can simplify. 4x squared plus 1x squared will give me 5x squared. Notice that 5 squared is 5 times 5. We can then divide both sides by 5. We're left with x squared is equal to 5. X is equal to the square root of 5. Alright, then square root of 5 on your calculator, you can get the answer. That is Pythagoras Theorem. Alright, so when finding the hypotenuse, we always add when using Pythagoras Theorem. In the next example, they want us to find z. So we must calculate the value of z. Before we can find z, we'll need to find x and y. We can use Pythagoras. Pythagoras only works on right-angled triangles. Don't forget to always write the reason. When finding a short side, for example in these two triangles, x and y will be short sides. We will then take the hypotenuse squared, subtract another side to find the short side that needs to be found. So 7 squared minus 4 squared will give us x. 7 squared is 49 and 4 squared is 16. Subtract those two. Alright, square root of 33 is 5,7. Now we're going to work on y. Pause the video, see if you can do y. Alright, 5 squared minus 4 squared equals, it'll be the square root of 25 minus 16. 25 minus 16 is equal to 9. Square root of 9 is equal to 3. Then we add up our two answers to find z. Since no units were given, our answer will be units. And it's as easy as that. Pythagoras Theorem. Don't forget to always write a reason. The reason will be Pythagoras Theorem. Now here we're going to calculate the missing angles. Angle number 1 and number 2. Notice that that triangle on the left hand side is an isosceles triangle. Right, we use the reason equal angles opposite equal sides. So 180 minus 90 equals 90. Right, because the two sides of the triangle are equal, the base angles, angle 1 and angle 2, have to be equal. So that means we have to take 90 and divide it by 2. 90 divided by 2 is 45. Don't forget that angle 1 equals to angle 2. Let's look at the triangle on the right. We have 45 degrees, angle 4 and angle 3. Now that is also an isosceles triangle. So that means angle 3 will be equal to 45. The triangle on the right hand side, there's only angle 4 that's missing. We have the other two angles. We can then say 180 subtract 45 subtract 45. Angle 4 is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and now we worked out all the missing angles. And in the next example, we'll need to know all the properties of a square. So you have to know all your properties of all shapes before you can do geometry. So what will angle 1 be? Think about it. Right? Diagonals bisect at 90 degrees, so angle 1 is equal to 90. What will angle 2 and 3 be equal to? Notice that the corner angles of a square are all 90 degrees, and the diagonals of a square bisect the corner angles. So we know that the diagonals bisect the corner angles. So every corner angle is 90 degrees, and that diagonal, the diagonals are the lines across each other, and they cut the corner angles that are 90 degrees into half. So that's why it will be 45. Right, I hope that makes sense.